Hakeem Jeffries.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to my good friend, Representative Stephen Horsford, for those very powerful words. And of course, I'm so thankful for Congressman Tim Kennedy, who has joined us as well, and other members of the House Democratic Caucus who were part of this incredibly powerful and important meeting, led by Bishop Barber and joined by so many different distinguished members of the clergy of different faith traditions, denominations, and backgrounds, but all here today to make clear that fighting for the health care of everyday Americans, for the poor, the sick, and the afflicted, for the least, the lost, and the left behind is not a partisan issue, it's a moral issue. And standing on the side of the health care of everyday Americans is the right place to be. Fighting to make sure that no one in this country, the wealthiest country in the history of the world, should go hungry in America. That's not a partisan issue, it's the right place to be. In every faith tradition, as we will hear. So we're so thankful for their moral leadership, thankful for the moral clarity that they've brought to this issue, thankful for the inspirational wisdom and vision that was imparted to us as members of Congress, standing on the side of the American people. And it helps to continue to fuel our efforts to stay the course. This is not a fight for Democrats or Republicans, it's a fight for the American people. And we're going to stand on the side of the health care of the American people, of the safety of the American people, of the well-being of the American people. And lastly, I'm just appreciative that these distinguished members of the clergy, these great faith leaders, have also brought with them individual Americans who are being impacted by some of the extreme policies that have emerged from the administration and from this Congress this year, who we'll also hear from. And Bishop Barber and these distinguished members of the clergy have reinforced the principle that in America, poverty or hardship is not a choice that people are making. It's as a result of policy violence being visited upon everyday Americans. The largest cut to Medicaid in American history, that's policy violence. Shutting down hospitals, nursing homes, and community-based health centers, that's policy violence. Ripping food away from the mouths of hungry children, seniors, families, women, and veterans, and using them as a political point, that's policy violence. And the refusal to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits. The unwillingness to find a dime to meet the health care needs of the American people when some folks can find $40 billion to bail out a right-wing dictator in Argentina. That's policy violence. And so I'm just thankful for these great men and women of the clergy, thankful for these patriotic Americans who've come to share their stories with us, and we've heard from folks from West Virginia and North Carolina and other parts of this great country, as you will as well. And now it's just my great honor and privilege to yield to the distinguished bishop who has brought us together. We know he's a voice for the voiceless. He's a mighty man of God. He's a powerful, profound, prophetic, principled pastor, Reverend Bishop Barber.
We come here today to put legs on our prayers. We heard the leader in the fight for health care and the fight against this big, deadly, ugly, destructive bill declare some words that we've used in the movement that something is wrong when you pray, P-R-A-Y, at the opening of Congress, and then you pass policy violence that preys, P-R-E-Y-S, on the very people that faith tell us ought to be the central concern of government and policies and not the last.